folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, well, the world was ending, the world's still ending, but we gotta keep heart. Stay strong. Anyway, we had a beast following someone, so, warm hearts, rekindled hopes. Over there, my view is blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Arya, go with Matsya and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. I didn't just see an enemy behind me now, I just saw debris. Cool. Or something. Alright. Southwest. Now we'll just go up there. And that is an absolute tease of a point. You can't get it without flying. Absolute tease of a point. Just like, really? That's not an absolute tease of a point, though. Let's do this first, though.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Nevan!
Don't, please!
God have mercy!
There they are. Save them! Mevin's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her doubt, no doubt, came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. There it is! You take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. I sure can swim while I'm carrying a baby. Oh, yeah, sure. You would do this to me. I'm like, oh yeah, I just go that way. Just for that. Just for that, we're breaking and we're getting this lookout point because you're making me go over here anyway. Last thing I did, yeah. The font of Maya. This temple was once the abode of an order of Arcasadora ascetics who sought the divine enlightenment of Maya. Abandoned for a stronghold deeper in the jungle of destruction, now sits derelict and half submerged in rainwater. Just because y'all made me go over there. Ah. Okay, I thought the monkey was where I needed to go on the monkey before the monkey. You find Mevin and the child. Damn it all. You have the child? Let me see her.
She's so cold, Alphino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet... she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsya, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Matsya, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsya. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsya. Go! Quickly!
Steady. You know the way. No. No! Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony. The divinity?
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsya.
I have a feeling he'll be fine.
Really? How can you be so sure?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Matsya's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vrtra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
We've done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palaka stand to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Mervyn and Karasov died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. Simple pleasures. You are ready then. In that case, let's head to Palaka Stand. No doubt Vrtra is awaiting us. But I'm gonna head back south first because I got monkeys to make friends with. There's some currents to get. I'm gonna finish that off here. Make sure that in this one, like I'm like to do, and it's way far south, unfortunately. 260 south. Fortunately, we were right by it. If I remember where this one is, we just weren't actually by it. Southwest. Yeah, it's over there. Oh, there's that thing again. Yeah, so here's that current that we were literally right next to. I guess not quite literally, but we were so close. Please don't say I missed one up top. Southeast. It's a good sign. Let's go grab that one too. Yeah, that's the same fate for the thing. Big boss fit this area. Southeast. South. I think it's down here. I think. Yeah, it is. See if I can ditch this tiger that aggroed me first. Yeah, should be good. Cool. So that's all the currents of Fafnir. We need what? 3 quests though? Rough. Alright, let's go back to Palaka Stand. This is why I want to do this too, because we can just, you know, work back to Palaka Stand. Nice and easy. Except it took a second for Vrtra to load. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karaseth and Mevin's babe is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that the mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap. Never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vrtra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over a satrap, with XIV as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nidana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palaka stand in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevin's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Vrtra was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor had circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Vrtra with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of XIV's associates was manipulating from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vrtra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radz-at-Han, but the star. Far too kind are you, Master Vrtra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in their darkest hour. It would seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radz-at-Han fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might ask a favor. Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the scissors is happening here in Thavner? Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are, a pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with a hearty helpings of rich milk and pure sugar. I made enough for everyone in the village. You might trouble to deliver a few cups. Drink has medicinal properties, then. Not in the least, the ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. Will you allow to distribute hot beverages? I'll do a sweet for air and beast to slay. Far less arduous task, no doubt. When you finish, look for me at the wakeful Torana. Alright, we got 3 cups of chai to deliver. There's 1. Remember, always someone did this having issue finding all 3, so let's see how this goes. Wait, I know you. You're the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Or not for you. Well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. What future awaits us? How can Radz-at-Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone. I don't know where to turn. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. That aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. No matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes. Back to work, once I finish this cup. Oh hey, Chocobo Keep! And there's that 3rd one. Moment Traveler, Chocobo Porter, yada yada yada. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it's all I could do to run. Oh, well, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. This is for me. We used to drink chai together often. Share stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. This pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory, and for we who must remember. I know I saw the 3rd one. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike me at any moment. Do not realize their lives are in danger. I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where will they go? Is anywhere safe these days? A cup of chai. Can you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It's precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. So I believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. And just like that, we have side quests. Oh, hello. Arya, running through that dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vrtra and Estinian not arrived when they did? No, I must focus on the good. Mevin's precious daughter is safe and sound. That's all that matters. Thank you for delivering the chai, Arya. Did it help to lift this villager's spirits? That's heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason we must try and keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we've too joined the development and death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. For it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Before we move forward, let's be able to fly. So... And Agama's footsteps. Ah, what luck! You look capable of braving the jungles unscathed. Would you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from? As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of Agama Temple along with a few others. There, one of those terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. Well, I was able to make my way here. None of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I would like nothing more than to search myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. Agama Temple is to the west. Please, journey there and guide anyone you can find back here. I only hope that someone managed to survive the madness. Where is this other quest? Right there. Radiant Patrol. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but their numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing the settlement whole. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let's commence at once. There's just these two, right? Yeah. I guess I'll do this one first. Somewhere in here. Right? Seriously? Thank you. We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees from Yellamad pass. We'll cover more ground. We split into two groups. If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid. And if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. And if you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let's rendezvous back here. Godspeed. Alright. I guess I'll do this far east one first. Just because... Now, make a loop of this. May as well make a loop of it. So I try to avoid playing with a birdie. Easy enough. Survey the area, detect nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, wounded citizen. I'll come save you. Really? Oh, they're done and gone. I guess it makes sense. We were in a lot of cutscenes and she was almost out anyway. So... logic, I suppose. Is it gone? Thank the gods. I would have surely died without your help. What are you doing out here? See, so the Radiant Host looks over us yet. For that, I'm grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path you took to get here, I should be safe on my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you? I might have. Have fun. White tiger. Examine this statuette. You see a strange statuette lying on the ground depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best to collect it. And... oh my gosh, that's a long way up. Off we go. Hey, unfortunate struggler. Who are you? Are you here to save me? Of course, I knew she wouldn't forget about us. The beast prowled the area for some time, but I managed to find refuge among these rocks. However, I've been too far to set foot from their shelter for fear of drawing the attention of some hungry animal. With you here, I believe I could find the courage. Will you accompany me to Palaka stand? Thank you. Now let's tread carefully. Escort the unfortunate straggler safely to Palaka. If you failed to defend him or move too far away, he will return to the city of Agama Temple. You must rendezvous with him before trying again. You would do this. It's an escort. So there's not one that's here. Oh. Am I supposed to move? Yes. Okay. Back this way, right? Okay, buddy, you can keep up anytime. Hostile presence. No! What? No, I totally... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I gotta remember this escort being a pain. Of course it would be, right? Don't want us here. Okay, let's avoid the Ogden. The bomb. Really. And the monkey. Big monkey. Eventually there's gonna be another fight, right? No, I was gonna say I have both of them. Okay, Gargana has the other one. It's fine. That's totally fine. All this work. Get them back safe and sound. Entrance to Palaka stand. Yay! I don't know how to thank you. You saved my life. Please tell that brave woman from the Radiant Host that I've arrived safe and sound. I must think of a way to repay your bravery. Well, before that, let's go back down here and get this other quest. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try and do this again. Boom! No! Why can't I do that? But whatever. Welcome back. I've heard all about your noble deed. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. You've more than earned a rest for your time. Speak with me again at Palaka stand. I'll ensure that you get it. Cool. Alright. Let's head on back. Yeah, I guess we'll do this one first since it's up top. I watched your arrival. I recognized that man from the group I was with, and I'm overjoyed to see him safe. Thank you for escorting him here. Truly you are worthy of the reputation you've earned. I dare say even the Gama would be awed by your bravery. He was a storied mendicant of the Arcasadora. When the heroes landed the shore of this island, war broke out. He spared no efforts to save the lives of all who were injured in conflict. He saw no tribes, only those in need. He is not so different from you, who throws herself into the maw of danger to save someone they've never met. If Agama's spirit lives on today, it is through your selfless deeds. Take this as a reward, although I have no doubt you would deny it if I let you. Once my watch has ended, I shall patrol the woods in search of any more hiding amongst the trees. Alright. Let's turn this one in. The work ahead of us is vast. Any lives we can save are precious indeed. All I came across in my patrol were discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note? I recognize this figure. Doubtless you're curious as to what it depicts. There is a legend that tells of a Matsya goddess who sought the strength of Murga, wresting her own head from her body and replacing it with a bestial plate of the Murga. In pursuit of wisdom, did the Murga do the same, replacing his own head with that of Matsya. Thus were born divine beings gifted with both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder that the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of a tribe for help. A figure so fine was likely be loved by its owner. I shall do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help today, traveler. And I believe I can fly. Hooray! And yes, we're flying that short way just because we can, okay? Under his wing. As you have finished your deliveries, may I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mevin and Kurasef's remains. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palaka will perform their rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let's pray that Palaka Stan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still a risk, as every village in Thavner like us not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radz-at-Han? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are so many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Matsya. We have plenty to spare. Then let's find Estini and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The Wakeful Tirana, near the bridge to Radz-at-Han, as I recall. Very well then. Bye. And more quests, I'm pretty sure, just appeared. But it's fine. Everything's cool. Try not to walk into the unseen map yet. Oh my god. And I'm hitting the bike out of habit now. Often told me everything. Full glad I'm hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and the ruins. I'm seeing you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavner. Fortunately, they have a wise, benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits a return to the city on Alzadal's path. Come. Oh, you're gonna make me walk in. You are gonna make me walk in. You don't see that many very much asking what instance to go into. I didn't realize there was only two, actually only two for Radz-at-Han right now. Usually there's three. There's only two. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. It's good to see you safe, but given the skies, it is all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and citizens are safe for now. Also from Radiant, an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might have any idea what this is about. So Vrtra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To make it do to them, but before that, it appears the word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we best enlighten them. Yeah, you're just trying to make it so I can't just go right there, huh? Literally, it's not even near us. You would do this. You would. Are the beasts all gone? And hiding. I'm too scared to go out and look. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Radz-at-Han is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. I'm sure you will. Oh, maybe please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh God, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, so I'm crushing the creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there's someone else who would leave Radz-at-Han in his stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Alright. Well, they actually made me walk here. Because of course.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Radz-at-Han, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
Wow!
People of Radz-at-Han, I am Vrtra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. Tis as the satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vrtra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Fafnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahirwan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radz-at-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, has she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already. Yet so long as you live, the light of Radz-at-Han will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Izael's face.
Indeed.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radz-at-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes.
the final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radz-at-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vrtra. We believe in you.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower? If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
As far as we have come, and after all the horrors we've seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nadana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? You know what? At World's End. Greetings, honored scions of the 7th Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduda prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I've arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vrtra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merit's Mehen. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Ah, and to you, Ariana, there's someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I'm loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? Oh, this must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me in the Aetherite Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Dun 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 dun. Fine. I guess we're literally walking. That's might be slightly closer, but we're just going for it. Okay. No, okay. You know, it would help if we went the right way for it. It's turning on the comma. I was like, oh yeah, maybe you could jump. No. Be asking for too much. Access to the Aetherite you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency. A risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. Such, I encourage you to attune with the 8th right before proceeding along the corridor. Finally! Ugh. It says relieving is getting at Yulmore Aetherite finally, honestly. Can I? Hold on. Did I get that one? Yes! Alright, yeah, because I have them all. Duh. Yes! Feels so good. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radz-at-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Arya Ariana, eh? I know the moment you step through the door. You have the look of one who's walked through hell. Sure, but please, you're speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of from my countrymen, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Oh, great champion of yours, yes, Scion of the 7th Dawn, warrior blade, all around good egg, I'm sure. I'm gonna talk about eggs. What is this place? I am late for dinner. I hear you've been to Kugane, where you all have seen all sorts of foreign embassies and whatnot. Well, we've got them here in Radz-at-Han too. Other lands send delegates to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got representatives from Doma, Waldon Alamigo, Limsa Lominsa, Britannia, and last but never least least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radz-at-Han and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And when you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you've given us much to consider. It's concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thabner reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the first time, the skies burned only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvus. Thus, that is of little comfort. All throughout Allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. But little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Khazal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. So, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair or concern, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radz-at-Han, we've taken calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. As fitting a name as any to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies, and their spawn is and when they appear. At the same time, they're doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You'll get access to the Rogue Quest of Endwalker! A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. To undertake this quest, speak with any delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. So we will actually not be doing a Rogue Quest of Endwalker. I know in Shadowbringers we did them along the way. We won't be doing them in Endwalker until the end. Because, like side quests, I'm focusing on the story. Unless it's to get play. So you can see the melee DPS here. The only one I have of level at this point. It is level 85 to start these. Instead of just, you know, how it was like 71 last time or whatever. Or 70. Yeah, it's 85 to start. So that's why all the others are read out. And that's also why way back when I was like, oh, thanks Endwalker, because I had to start leveling a ranged DPS, a physical ranged. So that's why we did Dancer. Anyway, pray forgive Shira about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to Mehen? Yeah, I can warp now, so I'm good. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, whatever suits your fancy. So order whatever suits your fancy. With that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant hosts, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Radz-at-Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Hewan's legacy and serve Master Vrtra as well. You will have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. But yeah, so won't be touching the role quest until post-game sometime. I haven't quite decided when. It will be post-game for side quests. Yeah, and I also haven't leveled anything else, so no. Welcome! When the Saw Trap asked us to entertain the party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kazal from your friend Grahatia. Understand there was nothing that could be done, but it's hard to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beast. The smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are a merit's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Let's go with spirits. As you wish. Pray join your friends, and I'll bring you your drink. It was there. Welcome back. Whatever did the radio want with you, pray tell? Our allies have sent military delegates? That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. You would do that to me.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead. Elidibus. I sealed him in the White Horus site at the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea, naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. We can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Whew. I think on that note, before we head back to the first, I think it's a good time to call it for now. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support really helps to keep being content like this and more. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!